Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here, man. Am I excited? NBA preseason, as you know, have been going on for a couple days. Haven't got around to do a video, but obviously we have been doing premium lineups for preseason. If you guys have been looking on Twitter, we post every day. Come join us for some NBA preseason. So anyway, yeah, it's been doing very, very good so far, including double ups, 50-50s, and tournaments altogether. We are 6 for 6, so definitely will take that. Last night we got screwed a little bit in a tournament, even though we cashed in double ups and 50-50s. Murray for the Nuggets, he killed us a little bit. Decided not to play, had an ankle injury, so we missed out on tournaments, but definitely cashed everywhere else. So like I said, we're 6 for 6 so far, including, like I said, double ups, 50-50s, and tournaments. So yeah, we'd love to have you guys. Only $15 for the entire NBA preseason. We've been doing pretty good, and as you guys know, that is my sport. So definitely come join us if you are, interested in making a little bit of money. This was the first night here. Some of our subs didn't really bet anything at all. Told them to go pretty light. Didn't do too bad. Both of them cash there a couple nights ago on the 29th. Here it was the 30th. This one was a little bit better here, as you see some of our subs put in 29, 179, put in 8, 120, and also put in 7, 121. So that wasn't too bad of a night there. And then once again, on the first, we won as well as a 225. So, definitely not doing too bad at all. And then this was last night, like I said. In tournaments, we didn't cash just because of Murray. He kind of screwed us with a 0. And then Kuzma got injured as well. So if those two would have obviously played a little bit more, we would have cashed easily. But, I'll definitely take that as a win. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. As normal, if you guys want to join us for preseason, only $15. That's really cheap. Most of our subs already made their money back, so we'd love to have you guys. As normal, we are doing our premium lineups on Slack now. A lot easier. A lot of the subs are enjoying it. A lot easier to communicate with me. So just to keep in mind, we are doing it on Slack. So as normal, if you want to get in on NBA preseason or NBA season pass, just check out our website in the comment section. Get signed up there, and we'll give you the rest of the information to get signed up on Slack. So that is mostly it. Anyway, we got a 4-game slate today. We got a couple injuries to look at. There's also a couple guys that could sit. The lock is at 7:30 Eastern time, so keep that in mind. It's 30 minutes later than normal, so that will let us get a little bit more news, hopefully, in. So as you see, these totals are pretty big here, 228, 222, 216, and a 224, and all the spreads are relatively close. So that's a good thing. The last couple of nights, the spreads have been pretty close, and the totals have been pretty high. So, let's get into it. I'm not going to give you all of the information. Obviously, if you want, all the information, all the good picks, you have to sign up. But I'll give you a few of them. I'll give you a few guys to consider here tonight. Anyway, like I said, we got New York and Brooklyn. We got a 228 in Brooklyn by 3. So that's a pretty high total, obviously. Anyway, Kristaps Porzingis, Joakim Noah are out. Courtney Lee is questionable for the Nets. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson is out. Allen Williams and Shabazz Napier are both questionable. Let me see here. Also, David Fizdale, which is the new coach for the Knicks here, he also has the tendency to kind of rest some of his veterans in the second game in the preseason. So definitely keep that in mind. Maybe guys like Enes Kanter might sit. Who else do we got? Tim Hardaway might sit. So keep an eye on some of these New York guys. On the Brooklyn side, I'm not really too into it too much. You can look at D'Angelo Russell if you want to. Moutier might be a half-decent play, obviously. Kevin Knox. Price went up a little bit, but still very, very cheap. Like I said, if for some reason Kanter doesn't play, Mitchell Robertson, he's a half-decent option there. Brooklyn, a really bad defense. Jared Allen could be a half-decent option, depending on the playing time there. There's a couple guys to pick. I'm not really too into this game. Like I said, I need a little bit more news on if they're going to arrest anybody or not. But for some reason, like I said, Allen Williams, if he doesn't play, maybe put in Ed Davis there. Kenneth Faried might get some run on the bench, but that's just some deep GPP guys. You can, like I said, Mitchell Robertson. Even if Kanter does play, I don't mind him. He's really cheap. Like I said, Kevin Knox, he'll be popular. Don't mind putting him in there. Mario Hezonja, maybe, but he's 6,000. I don't know if he's really worth that. And like I said, you can maybe look at Moutier or Frank Ntilikina or something around those lines. But for the most part, maybe one from that one. I'm not really into that game too much. Moving on, we got Chicago and Milwaukee here. 222 in Milwaukee by 5. Markkanen and Denzel Valentine are both out. And then for the Bucks, DJ Wilson is out. Giannis is going to play, but he'll probably be a little limited. They probably won't push him too hard, so I'm not really in on Giannis. Let me see here. So the coach for the Milwaukee, I'm reading some notes here. He usually starts his starters about 20 minutes. Mike Budenholzer, sorry if I messed that up. Anyway, he used to be for the Hawks for a while. Anyway, he usually puts the starters about 20 minutes for the opener in preseason. So, that's okay. Nothing too much. If you want to put in Bledsoe, he might be half decent there. Chicago, as we know, last year weren't that good defensively. Brogdon should be in a half decent spot. He's obviously a really good defensive player there. Antonio Blackley, he got a lot of run that last game. He was really good. If you go look at his stats, he killed it. So 3,500 if he gets same usage, shoot, why not put him in there? He did very, very well. Like I said, go check that out. Jabari Parker, half decent play at $7,200 if you want to put him in there against his old team in Milwaukee. He's getting half decent run. I do expect Chicago starters to play a little bit together like they did last game, trying to get their chemistry going. I think they're going to, play a little bit of minutes here tonight. So don't mind a couple of Chicago guys, maybe 3 or 4 of them are the starters. A couple of the bench players you can put in Bobby Portis if you want to go. Who else are we looking at? Like I said, Jabari Parker, you can go a little bit that way. Wendell Carter Jr., don't mind him. And then a little bit of Chris Dunn, maybe. You can look at Levine, but he's going to have Brogdon on him, so that might hurt him a little bit. But, yeah, really looking at the Chicago starters in this one. Milwaukee side, maybe look at Eric Bledsoe if you want to go that way. Holiday could be a half-decent play, but Snell and Brogdon are pretty good defensive players. And like I said, look at Antonio Blackley coming off the bench. I think he's in a good spot. So in this game, I'll probably be targeting more Chicago guys. This should get around 23 to 26 minutes. The starters should, so I really like Chicago on this one. All right, moving on. Our next game is Detroit and OKC. Jackson and John Lewis are both questionable for Pistons. Westbrook, Alex Abrines, Andre Robertson are all out, and Terrence Ferguson is questionable. So that opens up a lot there for OKC. If for some reason Reggie Jackson doesn't play, I really don't mind Ish Smith. He'll probably get the starting nod there. And obviously Westbrook, Abrines, Robertson are out. That's going to open up a lot of holes there. A lot of opportunity for OKC. That might mean they're a little limited. Dennis Schroeder, he'll be very popular in a very good spot tonight. Who else? We got Luke Kennard. I really don't mind him at 4,100. He's a scorer in this one, as we know. Andre Robertson is one of the better defenders in the game, so he's out. So that definitely going to help out Kennard here a little bit. TLC, maybe look at him or KJ McDaniels as very cheap options if you want to go that way for OKC, just as place fillers. Really don't mind those guys. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for OKC. So some of those guys are going to get some run. Paul George, for obvious reasons, probably put him in there if you want to go that way. I really like Henry Ellison coming off the bench. If you saw what he did in Summer League, he was a monster, so I don't mind him. Some people like Patrick Patterson. That's up to you guys. He's not really known for anything, but he's $3,500. He might get you 16 or 17 points. He is a veteran, so I don't know how much run he really is going to get in this one. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like I said, if Jackson doesn't play, you put in Ish Smith, Dennis Schroeder. Those I like him as well. Luke Kennard, don't mind him. And then also, as I said, don't mind KJ McDaniels or TLC, only if Terrence Ferguson is not playing. Small forward, we got Paul George. Like I said, don't mind that guy. Grant might get a little bit of run since all these guys are going to be out. So definitely watch this game. Really like a couple of these OKC guys for sure. So watch the news depending on who is out and who is not there for that game. All right, moving on. Last game is Minnesota and LA. Jimmy Butler is out. Lou Williams and Milos Theodosic are out as well. So, really like Minnesota in this one. They're going to run their starters out there 25, 26 minutes for sure. I like them. I really do. Mostly every single one of these guys are in play. Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins is in play, Taj Gibson, Anthony Tolliver, Karl-Anthony Towns. I like all those guys. Gorgie Dang, he was a monster his first game. He did very good off the bench for only 3,500. So if you want to put him in there, he'll probably be better on DK because you can get Towns and Dang in there. But I love Dang. I think he'll be overlooked here for sure. And then for the Clippers side, obviously you can go look at Alexander here. He'll get a little bit of run. I really don't mind him. Also, Derrick Rose, put him in there. It depends on where Alexander is. If he's coming off the bench, I love him a lot. I don't think they're going to put him on the bench. Bradley, well, who knows? Maybe they'll put Beverly and Bradley as a start. But, yeah, if Alexander comes off the bench, that makes me love him even more because these bench players are going to get a little bit of run. Plus, he was one of their top picks there in the 2018 draft. So they're going to play him quite a bit. So, yeah, I love Alexander, Rose, Jeff Teague in this one. Butler's not going to play. So, that's obviously hurts him a little bit. Josh Okegoogie, I have no idea how to say his name. Anyway, he got half-decent run there that first game against Golden State. Wiggins, that's up to you. He's a hit-and-miss kind of a dude. But then obviously Gibson, Tolliver, he was a beast that first game, and then Karl-Anthony Towns to end it, and then obviously Gorgie Dang. I don't know if you really want to sacrifice your Karl-Anthony Towns on Fanduel for him, but definitely got to get him in there on DK for sure. So, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Briefly went through it. Like I said, I need a little bit more information on some of these guys. When the coaches announce the minutes and announce some of these guys being out. Like I said, OKC, that's a big question mark, depending on who's going to be out for that one. Also, Reggie Jackson there for Detroit. And, Minnesota, LA, that's probably going to be one of the better games to look at. And then, obviously, keeping in mind on New York if they're going to rest Cantor or Tim Hardaway. Because, like I said, they have tendencies to rest them on the second game. We'll see if that is true or not. So that is mostly it, guys. Hopefully that gave you guys a little bit of information, who to pick and who to not to pick. You're probably going to have a lot of salary left over tonight. Not too many big boys like there was last night. So it's okay to leave salary over, in the past – a couple games I've left $2,000-$3,000 left and we still cash. So don't get too scared trying to fill your salary. If you try to fill your salary on these preseason games, you will probably lose because you're too worried about the salary. So don't worry about the salary. If you see your lineup, you like it. If you have $2,000 left over, leave it. Play it, and you guys should be good to go. So that is it. We'd love to have you guys for preseason. Like I said, we are 6 for 6, including double ups, 50-50s, and tournaments combined. We'd love to have you guys join us. $15 for the preseason. If you want to get involved, check out our website in the comment section. We'll get you all set up there. Just follow the directions on there. Also, if you have any questions or anything, hit us up on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section as well. All right, guys. Yeah, NBA's back. Definitely excited for it. I will try to do as many preseason videos as I can. But obviously, when the regular NBA season comes out, I'll be doing them almost every single night. Sometimes I can't do them every night on preseason just because I don't have any information in the morning. You have to wait kind of till the afternoon. And that is it. Like I said, if you enjoy the video, leave a like. I do appreciate it. And, that is mostly it. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good Wednesday. And as I said, hopefully this information helped you guys out a little bit. All right, guys. We'll see you guys all a little bit later.